Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome yep, it's one of them goofy days. You already know. Good morning and welcome to our Monday edition of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Be quiet. Ain't nobody talking to you. You know what that is. I've been learning how to try to make masks. I got a sewing machine downstairs. I was doing good till I forgot you have to do that bobbin part. Put it right back downstairs. So anyway, I have some ordered. Hoping that they'll come this week. You know, masks. I'm wearing a bandana right now and having plenty fun with her. Um, you guys may have seen a couple weeks ago. I posted the first day I wore my bandana. I felt kind of stupid at first, but then I like, wait a minute. I can go in the bank with sunglasses, a hat, a bandana, do my business, and come home and tell about it. I hurried up and went in the bank and did that because who would have thought, right, that the day would ever come? I'm just saying, fell purpose on that one. You guys, good morning and welcome. It's live TV, so anything might come out of my mouth, but you know, this is going to be a good show today. We're just kicking it. You might say, well, Lauren did not, I didn't see any promo. There wasn't one. I have two guests today, Shima Stroud and Tracy Randolph. They've both been here independently in the past, but we just wanted to have a conversation about what's going on, how everybody's feeling, what we're doing to deal with all these things. It keeps changing, changing, changing. And so we just wanted to have coffee together this morning. Help me welcome to the show, won't you please? My sidekick, my everything, my oh wait a minute, back up. You're I know no offense, but you ain't all that. Brian's my everything. My sidekick, my you. I don't think I care for your tone, Lucy. Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo. I'll deal with you later. See what I mean about your mental health? And she used to just be a coffee cup. Okay, I'm just saying. Don't laugh. Next week, you'll have a relationship with the refrigerator. Oops. Did I say that? Everybody know they've been eating more. I done cooked up. I not only have I been cooking my grandmother's recipes, I've made my way all the way back to my great granny's recipes. I'm telling you, if there was going to be a theme song for the condition that I will be in when we're out of quarantine, it would be "Give Me a Break, 'Cause I sure need one." No offense, Nell Carter, rest in peace. I'm just saying. You'll never see me above below the neck until well, for a while. Anyway, we are streaming live, everyone, across Facebook, YouTube, Roku, Android, Apple TV, Periscope, and of course, our home base out in Phoenix, Arizona, E360 Live. Good morning, top of the day. Hats off to our current sponsor, which is symposium.us, where you can turn your conversation into currency. That's right. I've done it over 20 times myself with many masterminds, master classes. I've live streamed my events, The Power of We, The Next Impactor, Discover the Speaker and Author in You, all from Symposium. You can too. I have clients right now who are over there adding income to their much needed income streams, plural on income streams, by tutoring kids on the side. They're doing story times, telling stories to kids, and their parents are paying for it. They are doing cooking classes, all kinds of things, vision board classes, anything you're good at. Get over, download the app at symposium.us and see how your authority, I was going to say authorityism. Is that a word? Anyway, things that you're good at. You can go over there and make some income with it, right? Can I get a name ad? There you go. Ringing the bell of purpose. Now, uh, for those of you who haven't been around, much over this since January. Season 4, this is new. This is the Bella Purpose. It means that when something comes out of my mouth, out of the guest's mouth, you may put it on the screen. Something that we go, you know what? Ain't that the truth? We're going to ring this bell in a Nita Ward style for you old schoolers. You can ring my bell. Y'all know that was a jam. Ring my bell. Ding dong. Don't get me going. What was the good part of that song? Woo, dun, 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 woo, dun, dun, ah, woo, them was the days. Will we ever have parties again? Well, we're gonna talk about that because some people ain't stopped having them. Hmm, ain't that the truth? So listen, we're just gonna kick it. Hi Ben, hi Rita, everybody, Shelly Dale. Listen, you guys, we need everybody in on this because we're gonna hit some stuff today. I'm moving over here. Ooh, no, Brian, he'll be mad if I move it over there because then you can see him parading down his grand entrance when he wakes up. And I ain't trying to be quarantined to the garage or the basement. Ain't trying to do it. Not this one. I ain't going out like that. Um, listen, hit the share button, invite people. Let's have a watch party. We can really get down and talk some grown folks business today. With Shima Stroud. Now you know I told her she's probably gonna be the next Oprah. Right? You told Hop Oda, right? Strong sister. You'll see. And then we got Miss Tracy. Came from corporate America, is out on her own now, single mother, raising a wonderful son. We're going to talk about where you'll be able to see him this week and 18 other youth ambassadors. We're going to talk about that before we get out of here today. But I'm just going to bring them in. And you guys, Mandy Kicker, good morning to you. I'm hoping you all will open your mouths. Now, listen, a closed mouth don't get fed. That's the truth. And we need to just sit around right now today and regroup and help each other regroup. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and bring Shima in first. Hey, Miss Shima.
Hello.
And there's Tracy. Hi, Tracy.
Hey there.
Now these two ladies, everybody, already know each other. They're besties, have been for many, many years. And ladies, go ahead. Shima, you start, introduce yourself, and then toss it over to Tracy, and then we'll get started.
Shima Stroud from New Jersey. I work for Teenage Board of Education doing some special projects that I absolutely love, which is my third career. I'm an author, a mentor, um, a coach, just an all around people lover. Yeah.
Okay, all around people love it. Now you look awfully put together early this morning. Um,
I am working from home and I usually go out daily about 10:30 because we still have to provide food for the children who are out of school. So I go out, feed them, make sure the program's running good. I come back home by 1 o'clock and then I finish work
oh,
until about
oh,
4.
so you've been out there.
Yes.
Well, good. We're gonna talk about that because I don't have a hazmat suit yet, so I ain't been nowhere. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And Tracy, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm here and I'm doing well. I am a speaker and author, a health coach, life coach, and a personal trainer. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm here, um, hurting, but I'm here, Lauren. I'm here.
Yeah,
Got to
we're gonna.
try.
I hear you. We're gonna get into that. You guys, this morning, you're gonna see some stuff up on the screen that you've never seen before, but you'll understand it as soon as you see it.
Mhm.
Thank you. I see that we've got more and more people joining us by the second. Now, this is the thing. Ain't nobody got nothing to do hardly. Know what I'm saying? So, Seema, you're going out and working, and but most of us are, sitting that ass down. That's what we're doing because that's what everybody's doing in the world. So we're just gonna toss it out there, and we're gonna have this conversation, and we're gonna get to some things because I'm very interested in how all of our lives have started changing as this thing. It's not just the virus. It's like a fog. It's a lot of things moving and spreading, and from everything from chaos and panic to total disregard for common sense and all kinds of stuff in between. So let's talk about it. So let's just go around the triangle here, and let's start with Tracy this time. And Tracy, so how on a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult has your quarantine time been?
The quarantine itself hasn't been that difficult. I was on a call because I am an accountant as well, and a lot of people. I heard you. I heard you coming in there.
That was Shima
Oh, okay.
pulling it up on her phone. I
I
already
got
know.
turn the volume down there.
Exactly. Sorry about that.
A lot of people express the fact that they are going crazy with their kids and everything. I happen to love my son and I like spending time with him. So it's easy for me to be in the house with my child. That's not hard for me. And I was used to working from home. So that part is not hard for me either. It's just
What
not
about
being able to go to loved ones and hug and love on people, that's the difficult part. When I want to, when I can go and just be around
Interaction.
family. Yeah, yeah, that's the
So,
difficult part.
well, what's it? What's hi, Charmaine Floyd? Hey, Miss. See, told y'all I was goofy today. It's a good ass Monday. So listen, what's that homeschooling?
Well, my son is in junior high school, so they're working online. So it's only when he needs help that I really need to get involved. And he's
Oh,
really self-sufficient, to be perfectly honest with you. He's doing really well with the homeschooling and working online, and they talk to their teachers through Google Meet. So it's been good. Like our school district here in Ridgewood, they were prepared for this.
okay.
Yeah.
Shima.
Yes.
Okay, wait, Tracy. So you didn't say on a scale of 1 to 10,
Mhm.
10 being like, get out of here, I have to kill you. And one being like, I'm good. Here's one. I'm good. Ask that bump there.
Well, I'm not gonna say one then.
I'm just saying that's two polar opposites. So where are you on that scale?
um, well, I would say a 10 from the perspective of not being able to go and reach out to my family. A 1 though from just being in my house and being with my child. I'm good there, honestly.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. Shima,
Um, wait, you want to know the number where I'm on, where I
yeah,
am on
how
that
you
scale?
dealing with it all? Yeah.
I'm pretty okay. I've said to me and Tracy, of course, talk all the time. I'm good. I'm patient. I understand what this is, and there's a need to just sit still.
Mm-hmm.
The hard part is when your innate being is to be with the people. Like I said, I can't kiss my mom.
Mhm,
I've seen her. I drop groceries off at her house. When
mhm,
I don't go in, I haven't been going in, but when I do go in, I make them stand off to the side so I can go in, put the groceries away, and walk out because they're older and they have medical issues. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to conduct, um, introduce anything to their home. It's safe to
Okay.
stay.
Okay.
I'm
So
out
you're
in the public.
mhm.
that's what I'm saying. You're one of those people, and I see you do something that Tracy and I don't. Well, I don't know,
Mhm.
Tracy. Do you go out and deliver stuff to any elderly people?
Well, I do the grocery shopping for my mom, and
Yeah.
my grandmother, and recently my cousin. But other than that, no. Like I'm not out there every day like Shima is. No.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I don't. None of our family lives here,
Mhm.
so neither one of us has to do that. I'm the guinea pig, the sacrificial lamb in this house that keep having to go out. That's how I want it. I'm like, nope, you don't.
Right.
I fill up both of the cars. I
Mhm.
take them. I don't. Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Because I'm wearing a beekeeper suit when I go out.
Yes.
Mandy Kicker, I stole that from you. Mandy Kicker was saying her daughter's a grocery store clerk, and she literally they saw somebody come in with a beekeeper suit.
That
I
was smart
can't.
though. When you
Okay,
think about it, that was smart.
right, right, right. I may go in as the mummy one of these times if I don't hurry up and get those masks I ordered.
Hit
I
the
ain't playing
side.
what.
Yes.
Look, you think not? Oh, good morning, honey. I didn't see you come in. No,
Hey, Brian.
they said, "Hey, Brian, Tracy, and Shima." He said hi. He's ironing. Brian still goes into his practice,
Mm.
um, uh, and in there ironing. Now, why would he be out? Because it's telehealth, so at least his shirt got to be right.
Yeah.
But he be in shorts and flip flops underneath there, and he's just loving it. So
Yeah, but
telehealth. Yeah,
people need him at this time. Woo.
yes,
Yes.
they do
Yeah,
more and more,
yeah.
more and more and more. And we're going to talk about that, the mental health aspect of all this. So,
Mhm.
everybody, welcome to the show. Charmaine Boyd, Scott Gain, Karen. Hi, Karen. Love Karen. She's a regular now. You guys hit the thing, invite people. We're just kicking it. I want you guys out there to get involved today. We have Shima Stroud and Tracy Randolph in the house, and we're talking about how we're all dealing. And we were just talking about on a scale of 1 to 10. Shima, did you give us a number? On a 1 to 10, 10 being going ready to lose your rabbit ass mind, to one, I'm good,
Um, I'm maybe about a six,
about
7.
a 6.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And
It's a
I
lot.
fluctuate. I
Yeah.
fluctuate. You know, honestly, one day I'm right in the middle,
Mm.
like yesterday, because Brian was here and the sun was shining. There were things I could do in the yard. We went for about an hour and something bike ride together. We had a great
Yeah.
chicken cacciatore dinner that I put both feet in. I might say it was good, good, good. Um, and that was good. But then some days, if I watch too much news or I get bad news, because you hear stuff from family members and people that you work with, and my clients, my coaching people, we're all living different
Absolutely.
experiences.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Some of it comes, through the side door and just catches you when you least expect it and breaks my heart. I've had my heart broken numerous times, I should say, since this started, in
Yeah.
places I didn't even know it was possible.
Mhm.
So that's why
Absolutely.
we're here today. So let's talk about, and you guys feel free to just jump in, chime in out there. Those of you who are watching, I know we all have something to say. Um, lifestyle setbacks outside of the obvious, not being able to touch and hug and give people we care about kisses. What
Mhm.
about going out to dinner and stuff like that? Do you start? You know what I'm starting to experience when I see like commercials, or I've been putting some videos stuff together for a few clients and myself, and I'll use examples of graduation, them throwing the hats, or a
Hmm.
sporting event, and you see that stuff, and sometimes I catch
Mhm.
myself wondering, will we ever
Right.
be able to do that again? Isn't that? I never would have thought I'd ask myself that. But how
Mhm.
are you two feeling, Shima?
I just feel like it sucks for them. I don't feel like will we ever, because like I said, I'm really in this mode of, okay, this is just a period. It's just a time we're going.
Ace?
It'll be a new normal, but it'll be different, but it'll come back. We'll be able to do those things again. I just feel bad for those kids who went those whole 4 years in college or 4 years in high school, and that culmination they just don't get,
Mhm.
and they don't get it. They're younger. They don't get it. I mean, they understand what's going on, but it's like my graduation.
Mhm.
How do I
Right,
miss out on that?
Mhm.
right.
So I feel really bad for them.
Me
I,
too.
yeah.
I feel that. I feel that too. So we're going to talk about that um a
It'll
little later. Tracy?
it'll be interesting to hear what they have to say on Wednesday about that. But I know that I have neighbors here. One of my neighbor, like 2 doors down from me in particular, her son is a high school graduate this year. And, she said he's pretty shaken up about it, not being able to go to prom, not being able to have a graduation. What is college going to look like in September,
Right.
right? Because we
Oh
still
no.
don't know. So, she said he's taken back by this, even though he tries not to show it, right? But,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely is.
You
So
know,
it's been difficult.
that is a very difficult piece. And Kevin Hoffman, he coaches with me. You guys met Kevin
Hmm.
when you were here.
Hmm.
Yes.
Kevin's sister or someone in his family has a student exchange, an exchange student, and she's from Africa. And apparently, she had a list when she showed up here last year, and they've checked off everything on the list: SeaWorld, Disneyland, blah blah blah. And her
Hmm.
last two things were prom and graduation. And when she, a couple about 3 weeks ago, they got the letter in the mail that there would be neither, and they said she completely lost it. I mean, just to the point where she was sobbing down on the floor. They didn't know what to do to console her. It was a huge deal.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, she, as you guys mentioned, Tracy, Wednesday, Bathrobe Moments is a special, starting at 7:30 Central. We're doing a 90-minute special that day. Still live streaming all over the world. But instead of talking all about just COVID-19, we're going to shine the spotlight on a different 19. And 19, we're showing up and celebrating 19 youth ambassadors, I call them, from all over the country. These are kids. Tracy, your son is Jordan is one of them. He's 13 years old. And we're going
Yeah.
to be listening to them because to be honest with you, I was telling Brian the other day, I was like, we had heard about all kinds of people and this and the other. We listened to
Hmm.
the president, we listened to the governors, we listened to the CDC, Dr. F, everybody. And I've
Hmm.
not seen anybody sit down and put a mic in front of a kid's mouth.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Nobody. And so I said, well, we're gonna do that. Mark your calendars, tell a friend. You guys, we need to show up in big force, in a big, big way to support these 19 kids so that they can be an example to other kids to get down. and sit down and have these conversations. They can't be bottling up their fears and this stuff. It's not fair. I mean, we're on the other side of it as adults, but these are kids, and you know how kids carry things.
That's
So
right.
we want to support them in speaking their truths and getting it out so we can find out what they're thinking. I've been
Mhm.
telling people, all of the people that are making the decisions, the presidents and things, they got their hand on the hose filling the swimming
Mhm.
pool, but the kids are the ones who are going to have to swim in that pool. And I think
That's right.
the kids deserve to have a word in what temperature that water should be.
Mhm.
'Cause They're
Absolutely.
they're the ones got to swim around in it, right? So
Absolutely.
mark your calendars. So let's talk about mental health. Now I know you're a health guru, Miss Tracy.
Mhm.
Are you stepping up your yoga game? Are you meditating? What are you all doing when it's like, okay, and it might be inedible. It might be you gotta run out breakneck speed. It might be, I just need to go in the basement and start cleaning. I don't know, but what is it? Because we all need some outlet when we feel like everything's pressing down. And you guys out there, put on the screen, what do you do as a waiting to exhale moment? Tracy?
Mhm. The first thing is prayer.
Oh,
Really.
good one.
Absolutely. Top of the
Pray.
list.
I have been reading the Bible a lot more since this has happened, and be amazed at how prophetic the Bible is, right? And
Amen.
um, how much you find in the Bible that pertains to just a time exactly like this.
Yes.
So have been absorbing that a lot more. Um, Working out is definitely something that I use to relieve stress. So I do that, and I'm doing that at home. And then it's just really just sitting down and sitting still for a minute. It's been really hard to do, honestly. Um, it's even hard to express, to be perfectly honest with you. I always thought that I was a really strong person, but this to me is it's different. It's a different type of strain and stress because it's something outside of what we have ever lived before. It almost
Mm-hmm.
feels like we're in a sci-fi movie. That's what it's
Mm-hmm.
like. It doesn't feel real. It's surreal until it starts to hit home. So it's really just trying to find any way that you can for the little things that bring you joy.
Yeah.
I used to always absorb myself in work, but I'm finding in this time it's harder to do that than it is to just kind of sit still and pray. For the most part, you still have to do everything that you need to do to continue your life, but at the same time, it's like God had told me before this happened, you need to sit still. And all of
Mm-hmm.
this broke out. So it was like I was learning how to do that before it happened so that I could prepare myself for right now.
Mhm.
Mm. Good one. Real quick before we pop over to Shima.
Mhm,
Lori Whitney says, I've been loading a couple of my doggies and taking them for a little ride in my car just
mhm,
to keep us all calm and something to do with our day. That's our
Mhm.
highlight of the day, LOL. They love it and think it's a big deal and a
mhm.
privilege that makes their tails wag. So that's her outlet. Now, I do want to
Absolutely.
say this really quickly. A lot of us don't know or didn't know and are rapidly learning how to spend time with ourselves.
Mhm,
I knew about 2 years ago that that was an issue for myself. And I implemented a thing that I would do every Wednesday where I just write whenever I get in the car, there's no Sirius XM. I don't have the phone on. I don't take calls. For wherever I'm going in the car that day, it has to be in complete silence and complete communion with myself and what is moving through me.
mhm,
And I had to train myself, condition myself to be able to do it. Because I felt like as soon as I get in there, there should be something to entertain me, you
mhm,
know.
Right.
And then what started happening was I had to really be careful because I was getting so into these conversations with myself and what was greater than me that I drive 20 miles past my exit. And right, and I was like, how I get here? So I'm telling you, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. Shima, what are you doing? Keep your head
Well,
right.
that's how I am all the time. I talk to me all the time in the house, in the car, even at work, out loud. When I'm in the office, I'll talk to me, so they know.
mhm,
Well, she's just getting her thoughts out. So that's a common thing for me.
Okay.
Um, I try to work out. I'm not even going to sit here and act like I do it a lot because I don't. And when Tracy tries to get me to work out, I stop listening to her. I take the easier route. I like potato chips. I eat potato chips. That's
Girl,
what
we
I
do too.
do. Listen to music. I talk on the phone.
Mm,
Me and Tracy
Mhm.
probably burnt the cords through our telephone lines in the past month more than ever.
Mhm.
Um, just you know what? Also, I get 5, 10, 15 minutes. I walk my dog, and that's just me and the dog. I'm outside. I'm getting some fresh air. It gives me a minute to
mm.
get it together before I go out and do what I do. Talk to my mom, and like she said, the top of the list is pray. If
Mhm.
Wait,
nothing else, you have time to pray.
Shima, did you say you walk the dog?
I walk my dog.
I thought you said you didn't have no boyfriend.
I I
Ah, shaking my damn head. Okay. Oh, that was a good one.
I
I
can't.
know. I know.
Only you. Only you.
All
I'm just
right.
saying. Look, look. If we don't laugh, we gonna cry. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Exactly.
how it is. That's how it
Yeah.
is.
Oh, let me
So,
show you something too. This is
okay.
what Jordan and I have been going back to.
Oh yeah,
That's
board
right.
games. Yes, that's yes. And that's another thing. At
This
first,
is just
remember
sitting
how
here.
a few weeks ago the big deal was people doing Zoom calls and it was like a phase.
Hmm.
Everybody was jumping on and having Zoom parties at the front end. And
Hmm.
now I don't hear too many people talking about it.
They're
Once
still
it
doing it.
started, they're
Oh
doing it.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
Hmm.
still doing it because there's nothing else to do.
Hmm.
But it is.
Exactly.
I feel like they're getting used to it, and it's like, oh, okay, now what? you know so we're constantly being forced to reinvent ourselves, right?
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
now we're at the bottom of the hour, so now we're going to switch gears, and I'm going to ask you guys, because we've all got different experiences. A few weeks ago it was all of my closest relationship to uh uh illnesses and people in the hospital and stuff from this thing were what I saw on television. Then, about 2.5 weeks ago, it started getting closer. No family members for me yet, thank you, Jesus. But clients that I have, people that I know in the community, things like that, sick and this and the other. When we had a client lost a family member, and then Tracy, I know your story is just, I mean, 3 people. You've lost 3 people as a result of complications from COVID-19, and your mom actually had tested positive and came through it and is at home doing well. And we're going to talk about that cleanse you gave her. Tell us about that. I know this is going to be rough. Do what you can. If it gets to be too much, toss it over to Shima or myself, and we'll keep it moving.
Okay. Um, well, I'll talk about the good stuff first with my mother. Um, she went into the hospital. She was experiencing, and here I go with my voice
Okay,
now because
I
it's
know.
difficult.
Take
But
your
my,
time.
my mother was she was experiencing chills. She said that she was in a lot of pain, particularly her upper back. She had fainted and she had severe headaches. So I said, "You have to go get checked out." Not knowing, because this was before, just all of the chaos at the hospitals. This was probably, kind of at the start of it. So she went in, she got checked out, they gave her a test, they sent her home, and they said, if your condition gets worse, because she wasn't experiencing breathing problems and she didn't have a fever at the time that she went to the hospital. So they sent her home and said, self quarantine, here's some things that you could do. Only take Tylenol and call us if it gets worse. So immediately, because I have been cleansing with V-Phase, and I gave her the cleanse. I'm like, you just do it. Get this virus out. Just do it. And she was hesitant about the cleanse, right? Because she's not into the the same things. None
The
of my
old school,
kids,
right?
Right.
right?
Right.
Um, but she got the results like the next day after coming out of the hospital.
Girl, it ain't nothing a little mentholatum won't fix.
Right,
Right.
right. right,
Right.
right.
Okay.
or
And plus,
Epsom
because
salt.
they
Epsom salt, right. I
right,
gotta, I'm gonna go home and soak my feet. I'll take care of this virus. I ain't worried about it.
right,
Lorene, warm up me some water. Right. I
right.
already know.
Or what's
So,
the joke that they used to say? The Robitussin.
okay. So, okay.
um,
So she takes the cleanse.
So she takes the cleanse, and the next day she started sounding better. 3 days later, she was doing much better. Like those symptoms had subsided, and then like 5 days in, she was good. Now she's good. She's still taking the shakes every now and then because she's just like, I just want to continue to flush my body. And she was eating. She was still eating. Normally with this cleanse, you eat raw vegan food, but right now with the virus and you eat hot food and you want to get the hot food in with the virus. So she was still eating, but it flushed that virus out, and she is doing so much better now.
Oh, what?
So
Can I get an amen up in
yeah,
here?
yeah,
Yes, that's a good
Absolutely.
one. Let's
yeah,
get some hearts on the screen for recovery. Lots
yeah.
of people are recovering, but we're not hearing how they're doing it or
Mhm,
what they're doing. So I
Exactly.
really
Exactly.
appreciate that.
mhm,
Yeah. So, but then let's talk about the hard part now.
mhm.
You guys just, I think in the last day or two lost your third family member.
Yep,
What
yep.
does that look like? How are you guys? I've heard so many things because I had a client lose a family member, and the funeral thing was gravesite only, and it was like done in 15 minutes, everything in and out, no repast, what's going on in your family, and what is it doing to bring you guys together? How does it feel to have lost three family members? Can you even express something like that?
Mhm,
Unreal. Absolutely unreal. It is unbelievable. Um, if you feel numb, we talk about it daily. We cry about it daily. You just
mhm,
feel and you feel like your hands are tied. You
Mm-hmm.
can't do anything for anybody. You can't hug them. You can't. You can't fix it. You can't. We weren't able to get them out of there and get them this cleanse, and it's it's a lot.
So, do you think it does something to you? Um, I mean, every time you get that news, does it add a layer of something you didn't have before you heard it? I don't know if it's panic or if it's acute awareness. I mean, because think about it, and it's kind of going to help us segue into the next section about all these protests and things where people are like, reopen the economy. Ain't nothing really going on. And why should we have to stay social distance? This and the other. How does it make you feel, or how does this all tie into your world when you see people are ready to get back to business at hand as usual, while people are still dying because we don't have what we need to stop that yet? I mean, what do you say? A lot of people don't believe that means it's greasy until
Right.
it's running down their face.
mhm.
What would you say to people like that think that this is all just a big hoax and
Look, whatever this is, right? Because there's so many different reports out there, and there's so much information that we could get from all of this. But whatever this is, it is real, because people are dying, particularly here and not to make light of any other area, but particularly here in New York and New Jersey, people are dying. And because we have a family member that works in the hospital, we get to hear the stories of how rapidly people are dying,
right?
how many people that leave in a single day here, one day. Um, whatever this is, it's real because people are leaving here. So it really just it makes me angry, um, and not at anything else but the world, right? Because um, people need to take care of themselves first and foremost. People need to take care of their families. People need to communicate and reach out to each other. People need to educate themselves. Um, But this, whatever this is, it's real. And without going too far into it, but I think this is an enlightenment for people in so many different ways. But this is real. So people need to take heed, take
Hmm.
themselves, and um, take care of their families. That's where they start. That's where they should start.
Amen.
That's where they
Amen.
should start.
Now I'm throwing some stuff up on the screens, some sound offs from the people who are watching. You guys, Shelly, Dale, and Myra Jean, they both want to know about the cleanse, Tracy. So is that Jordan?
Yes.
Say to let him know we say good morning.
They said good morning, Jordan. He says
Yes,
good
good
morning.
morning. Um, Tea Leaf Sparker says, not to sound like a silly human, I haven't been listening to media at all. Smart. My
Uh-huh.
purpose is to stay in a positive place mentally so that I can help the universe with healing and positive vibes. And in this house, we really have been limiting our media intake.
Mhm.
Brian is pretty much in charge of that, and because he's only going to bring up the stuff that's important to me. And Tracy, that's for you,
Mhm.
from Tea Leaves Parker, sending
Oh,
hugs.
thank you.
And yeah, and so I think, how do you guys feel about that?
I agree.
Monitoring how much of that, because it can be too much. It can just be overwhelming.
Hmm. I, I honestly haven't been really looking at the news on TV. I do get alerts on my phone, so I may read them there. But for me, the TV news is too much.
It
Um,
is.
and I like looking into other things. So I just read, some things that I see or like YouTube videos that people are doing, information that some doctors are putting out there. Doing
Mhm.
it that way. I look at CNN on my phone when I get alerts, but I do not watch it on TV.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I gotcha. I gotcha. You guys out there, thank you for joining us today. It's just to sit around. It's almost our own version of the view. Um, but if you saw what was underneath my chin, you'd think you were on a version of the chew. Because I've been doing a lot of chewing, because I've been doing a lot of eating, because I've been doing a lot of cooking. So that's kind of one of my things. And I was thinking, man, I got to do something. Anyway,
I'm
you
gonna,
guys,
if you don't mind, put the link for the cleanse in the comments.
oh, you did? Did you put that in already?
I'll do it now.
Okay, do that now, won't you please? The link for the cleanse. Thank you so much. And
Absolutely.
I'm gonna cut away, give us a break, and let us gather our thoughts and show you guys really quickly. Um, let's see here. Can I get an amen? How about that? Uh, we have
Yeah.
the special. We have the special, and you guys mark your calendars. All of you adults out there watching right now, because this is a really important piece of the puzzle of the experience of the journey. And I'm speaking about our youth. So we're going to have a special 90-minute special episode this Wednesday, the 22nd, starting at 7:30 Central Time. 7:30 Central Standard Time, right here on Bathrobe Moments, where instead of it being all about just COVID-19, we're going to shift the light over, the spotlight, if you will, onto 19 kids from across the country. So I'm going to show you our show opener, our promo, to give you an idea of what you can expect this Wednesday. So let's take a look at that, won't we? Or shall we? Won't we? Yeah, let's see. Stay with me. Okay. Uh, Here we go.
Yep.
Hey.
Well, there they are, everybody, our 19 youth ambassadors. Let's get some love up on the screen for them because I'm telling you what, these kids, yeah, these kids, they've got real issues. I'm gonna just give you a little idea. Like you saw little Lennon. Yesterday was his birthday. He turned 4. You would think, what's a 4-year-old have to say about COVID-19 or
A lot.
the pandemic? Well, Lennon's mother, Lennon was telling me himself on the screen. We had a little meeting the other day. Um, he wakes up every night with nightmares
Mm,
because he rides with his mom every day as she takes whatever she's taking to grandma's house and putting it on the porch. But every time she gets out of the car somewhere, Lennon screams his head off because he screams the germs are going to get mommy.
mm,
And so, and all these kids have something. There's college graduates up there, there's high school graduates, there's proms, there's play dates.
take that up
Excuse
first.
me. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So, these kids, they have a lot to say. So we really encourage you guys to support these kids, celebrate these kids, and join us. Um,
Absolutely.
Wednesday morning at 7:30, not 8
Mhm.
o'clock Central, but 7:30 for this 90-minute special. I guarantee you, you will not regret it. So next thing we want to talk about, what do you guys think about these protests around the country where people are saying open up the economy? Is it too soon, or what say you?
I think it's too soon. Um,
Too
I
soon.
can't. You know what? A lot of people would probably say, "Well, you're still getting a paycheck, so how can you comment that we shouldn't open?" I'm not so concerned about my paycheck. I'm more concerned about the livelihood of people and the people's lives. We don't know how. We've been so misinformed about how it's spread, how we can get it. Um, the best thing that has been happening is the non-gathering and the staying at home. So who knows when you open up the economy again and people go back out that we are over the point where you can reinfect.
Right.
It doesn't. Why would you take the chance with your life? Is your life more? Isn't your life more important than your money?
Good
Uh,
point. Good point.
Can't make it if
Tracy?
you're not around, right?
right. You can't do anything with it.
But I think you said something so key there that we've been so misinformed, right? So it's hard to say, really, to be perfectly honest with you. It's hard to say. You understand people's concerns from one point, and the economic factor that goes with it, and people concerned about their livelihood from the perspective of just being able to take care of their families. But the fact that we are so misinformed and don't know as much as we need to know about the virus and how it's spreading, and it makes it really difficult to say open everything back up. So it's hard to go one way or the other, to be perfectly honest with you, because that misinformation is the key, right?
Right.
I think that there's a lot more that people need to know before we start opening things up.
Yeah. Lori Whitney says she's agreeing that it's too soon.
Mhm.
Myra Jean, the protests are selfish. The protesters are only concerned about themselves, not other people's lives.
I agree.
Um, Now, I'm going to bring up something because it was on my page. And Tracy, did you put that link to the cleanse in?
I did.
I don't. I,
I'm doing a watch party, so I put it there.
oh, okay. Okay. I don't see it in the regular
Live.
one. Um,
If you
we'll
click on
get it in there for you guys. We'll get it in there. If
Yeah.
you want to send it to me in the chat,
Okay.
and then I'll go ahead and put it in through my phone. Okay,
Okay.
or I can put it in here. I can put it in here. So here's another thing. I had posted, I don't know if you guys saw this, but on my page, um, um, I had where am I? Hold on, let me get this off. I had posted because I actually was talking to a friend, another guy who has a show, pretty prominent show. So he's an influencer, right? But I noticed he's been flying all over the place because everything's cheap and this that, and the other. And I asked him because, well, I'm gonna just put it out there. He doesn't. Nobody knows who this is, but this person has said, yeah, we're kind of, out there doing our thing, my girlfriend and I, and we were on Tinder last week, and we brought a third person in, and I'm like, in real life? They said, yeah. And so I posted a thing about why is it that apps like that have not been forced to shut down when your restaurant and grocery stores and all these other people have to get in line. There's been nothing about those apps that are encouraging people to just meet up and hook up with just random strangers. And somebody had put on there, oh, they're not hooking up in real life, Lauren. It's virtual hooking. No, this is real life. So there's all that. So there's these people who have this mindset. Like, did you see yesterday in Michigan and all these different places where they're out there just bumper to bumper,
Mm-hmm.
demanding because we're in a free country. Uh, I look at it like this: they probably been doing it all along anyway,
Mhm.
going wherever, meeting up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. I know my neighborhood. I know my cul-de-sac. I know what cars belong in which houses, and I've seen cars because of kids gatherings, whether I don't know
Right.
where the parents are, if they're sitting in there or not, but I know like those cars don't belong there. So people are doing what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
How do you, Tracy, you take this question because and Shima, you might know somebody too, or you guys out there, uh, people that work in the hospitals and stuff. I think with these protests and things, what's going to stop them? I think one day, if we don't do something, the front line, is that music? The frontliners are gonna that's back at home. The front the frontliners are gonna say, you know what? Why are we risking our lives every day if people just don't give a damn? I'm gonna stay home too. Screw it.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys think when you hear what your family members that work in healthcare are saying, and then you see people like that? We want to open up the economy. Who cares? How does that make you feel, especially after having lost three family members, Tracy?
Angry.
It's frustrating because my one cousin in particular, right? She's on a COVID floor, so she is risking her life every day that she goes into the hospital, and she has to be ready for war when she goes in, right? Everything covered, and she has to strip down before she gets home, and so she's got to be prepared for war. So it's frustrating because we don't know enough. The people don't. We don't know enough to know exactly how it's spreading, and we can make assumptions on what we think is happening, but people don't know exactly enough about it at the moment to know how it's spreading. To just
Mhm.
try not to allow it to get too far. And I shouldn't even say too far. It's already too far.
Right.
But not to allow it to continue. There's a lot of kids in our neighborhoods too that are doing that. Like I see the kids around here. The ones that are driving, the college students, the high school, students that are out there. They're still gathering together.
Yes.
Um, but what I would say too is when I was talking about being educated on how to properly take care of yourselves when it comes to like building the immune system, um, and things of that nature to help protect yourself, because it's hard to tell these kids not. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They're not going to stop. It's just like anything else where we used to say, don't go outside at a certain time. The parents used to try to tell you that. The kids sneak out. It's the same thing. They're doing it.
Hmm.
They don't really understand. I was watching Women Empowered and International Family Worship Center had a wellness, mental health and wellness seminar on Saturday, and I was watching that, and one of the ladies on there mentioned that um, kids, and I remember hearing this before, that their brains are not fully developed, right?
Huh.
Until they're about maybe 25 to 28 years old. So they don't really grasp the seriousness of this. They can't really grasp the seriousness of that. And I had heard that before, but to hear her say that again makes me realize that they're gathering because they don't really understand they
They don't
can't
understand.
really conceptualize, all that is happening, right?
Right,
And
right.
maybe it's like, okay, I see it, I know it's there, but at the same time, this is what we want to do as kids. So that's what they do. So I think it's really educating the kids. I think it's, when they're in your home,
Hmm,
educating
hmm.
them about how to take care of themselves, preparing them for when they go outside, making sure that they're washing their hands, things that we should have been telling our kids anyway, right? On
True.
how to be clean and groom themselves. And so I think those things need to happen. And then just talking to them a little bit more about the severity of what's happening, how people are leaving here, and if they have to
Because
go
it's,
out, because sometimes you just can't stop them, or you can't
well,
watch them all the time. If they have to go out, how to prepare themselves to go outside.
and they just need to understand too that not everything in life, especially now, uh, will assure you a do-over.
Hmm.
You don't get do-overs on everything.
Hmm.
So, here's a couple. Sorry to cover your face up. These are long comments,
Hmm.
Tracy.
That's
But
okay.
Tea Leaves Parker says, I feel this virus has taught us to slow down and observe our life on another level. What was important doesn't seem to be as important as before. Gratitude is something we need to find in these times. Love what's in front of us and reach out to those who haven't made time for because life was so busy before. God is telling us to slow down and love ourselves and everyone around us. Thank you for that, Tea Leaves. And Karen says, I agree with Tracy. Unfortunately, there is too much confusing and unknown information out there, and way too many conspiracy theories. There is with information that is untrustworthy. Amen to that.
Hmm.
With that said, I think we need to follow the rules as they are for now until we have more scientifically proven information to make educated decisions for
Hmm.
ourselves. I think that's great, great, great
Yeah.
information. So, you guys, for those of you who have just joined us or have joined in since the last time I butted in, well, let me just tell you, we're here today just having our own little version of the view or the chew with Tracy Randolph and with Shima Stroud and with all of you. You see, here life is going on the way it needs to. I hear Jordan. What is he playing?
The saxophone.
The saxophone. So,
Cool. What's still going on? Band
li-
practice right now.
band,
That's
we're in the band department right now. Which, you know
good.
what, I would welcome that intrusion,
good.
if you will, in this household right now because sometimes the crickets are just a little bit too loud for me. So,
Absolutely.
let's see, what is this? Oh, here's something. Lori Whitney says, I've been helping this 83-year-old lady, helping her get groceries, bringing it. Hey, Tracy, can you mute for a second?
Sure.
I've been helping this 80, it's making me scream. Uh, uh, Bringing it to her, but she begged me every time take her through the drive-through of Burger King for an ice cream cone. Oh Lord. So I do, trying to get her out of the house, and we sit in the car, go for a short drive. We have our gloves and masks on. Okay. So it's different for every. Oh, Tea Leaf said, play that sax. She loves it. Okay, so okay, so that's good. We're dealing with it. So listen, you guys, what is it? Let's wrap up this way real quick in 30 seconds or less. What words of wisdom do you have, Shima, for people to try to come out a better version of ourselves on the other side? Shima?
Um, First of all, just pack your patience. We know it's not the ideal situation. It's not our normal. It's not what we want. And unfortunately, we don't always get what you want. But the look towards the outcome. You want to come out healthy. You want to come out safe. And while you're spending this time home, learn about yourself. Like you said, learn
Mm-hmm.
about yourself, learn about your world, how you could be a better impact to the world when you're able to gather again. Take less for granted once you get out there
Mm,
because you weren't able to do these things when you really wanted to. So there is some self evaluation here that needs to happen,
awesome.
and just love yourself,
Awesome.
and love everybody when you get out there.
Okay, Tracy.
I would ditto Shima on the love yourself, love your families. I would say have faith and understand that God is still in control, even though we don't understand fully what's going on. And then just what I was saying earlier about just, educating yourselves on how to better take care of yourselves and build your immune systems for such a time as this,
Hmm.
because that should be happening regardless of coronavirus or not, but just to be prepared for things like this. And then, like she said, have some patience, pack your patience as well.
Awesome. Awesome. Ring the bell of purpose on that. You guys, we're out of time. Thank you so much, Tracy and Shima, for coming in. Tomorrow, everybody, I have two more guests that you're going to recognize. Well, you'll see tomorrow. We're just going to do the same thing tomorrow leading up to Wednesday show, and I'm going to let the kids take us out today. So mark your calendars for Wednesday, the 90-minute special entitled
Absolutely.
Forgotten Voices, Youth of the Coronavirus Pandemic. Okay. Thank you all so much. Be the blessing because I know you see the blessing. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Okay. Here we
Bye,
go.
everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
It's one way or the other.